Hi everyone, and welcome back to my sewing channel. I am Cynthia, and this is once again my sewing room. I know it looks completely different. I bet you didn't realize that the walls were green. That's because I had wall units all behind me, but we are relocating my sewing room, but I will do a video of that another day. Today we are going to talk about Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. Halloween in my house is a big event because my girls love to get dressed up in cosplay outfits, and they always have these major plans for me to make for them, and I try not to disappoint. I work my hardest, and most of the time I'm working up to the last minute. But for us, Halloween doesn't end really on Halloween because we do a lot of trunk or treats. So I needed to finish the costumes by this past Saturday, which I think was the 26th. That was my deadline. So I have had a few days off from making some of the costumes. So first I'm going to share with you the costume that I made for my oldest daughter. This is the inspiration picture. She, in case you don't know what this is, it's the lamb from Cult of the Lambs, I think. It's a video game that she has been playing quite a lot in the last couple of weeks. So that's what she wanted to be. So, and this is my interpretation of it. This is her wearing her costume. I use a cape pattern. I will put the number of the pattern here. I think it was the simplicity pattern. I don't know. I will put the pattern here. We'll see what it is because I don't know off the top of my head. It is a cape pattern that I've made. This is the third time I made it. I made it with fabric that I had on hand. I do like to keep muslin fabric on hand. I usually buy a bolt of the 108 size. And so that's what I made that out of. I did 2 layers of it. And then I went to the fabric warehouse to get the gray for the trim. She picked that out. And then, yeah, and then I used glitter HTV to make the emblem around her neck. And then we have a wig. And then I made the crown out of felt, which she actually put together. So that is her costume. And we also did a white-haired wig, which I think she looks good in white hair. So, we're trying to convince her to dye it, but I don't think she's going to do it, which is fine. So that is her costume. She really wanted it for the middle of October because she wanted to enter a contest, but unfortunately we missed that deadline. But she is going to be wearing that in January when we go to, I think it's called Ichicon up in Concord, North Carolina, I believe it is. And I believe it's in January. So she will be wearing that to that event as well. So that's why I like doing Halloween costumes, and I don't mind putting the effort into it because they do wear it frequently. She did wear it to 2 trick-or-trunks already, and she's going to be wearing it on Halloween. Yes, we are going trick-or-treating. And then she'll also wear it for Ichicon in January. So that is my eldest daughter's costume. And then my middle daughter, I also made her a costume. Here is the inspiration photo that she gave me. It is apparently, I think it's an Ensemble Stars character. He wears this dress in one of the episodes or on the game or something. I don't know. It's a really very pretty dress. So she wanted to do that for her her Halloween costume. So I did post in Cosplay Patterns Facebook group, and a lovely person helped me out because I couldn't decipher what the top looked like, and they knew the character, and they posted this picture here of the top, which was extremely helpful, and then also post a picture of the skirt that they provided me, which was extremely helpful. Now my daughter wanted to wear her store-bought petticoat, which was fine, and then she also didn't want it to be floor length. She wanted it just to be the same length as the petticoat. So here is the picture of it on the mannequin. She didn't really want to have her picture on the internet, which is fine. I respect that. So here is a picture of it on the mannequin. It was very interesting. I did use the a Love Notions pattern, the cadence for the top, for just for the basic shell of the top. I did have to cut the neckline because the cadence has like a scoop neckline, which is similar to what I'm wearing. But what I did was I made the shirt the way it is in the pattern, and then I put it on her and I traced out where I wanted to cut. And then what I did was I sewed it and then I cut, because I sewed it on, then I flipped it right side out, because what I did is I had to do 2 layers because that fabric is very thin. And then for the sleeves, I used the cadence sleeve, but I did the cut and splice method to make it a little more poofy. And then I put elastic in the trim, and that's how I got the little poofy sleeves. And then the skirt, I kind of winged it. I knew that what I did was I cut 4 panels. Well, actually, I cut 6 panels. Did I cut 6 panels? No, I cut, I gotta remember. I cut 4 panels for the skirt, and I did it for the front and the back, and then I just cinched up a little bit in the waist to get it kind of the flared out part, and then I did the trim on the outside. So, and then in the back, I don't think I took a picture. I think I may have taken a picture of the back. The back has a nice bow on the back. So it came out really nice. I did have to do a lot of hand sewing. That piece that's in the front, in order for it to lay flat on her, I had her wear it, and I did like a running stitch alongside of it. I did it by hand, and then I also did the trim around here. I did that by hand, but I didn't make her stand there and wait, because that one took a little more effort. So she wore it, I pinned it on her when she wore it, took it off, put it back on my dress form, and then hand stitched that down. So it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I really do enjoy making, I guess, cosplay outfits for my kids, because it helps me expand my sewing skills. Now my 3rd daughter is wearing, she also wanted a costume. She wanted something simple, but she put her order in too late. I tell my kids, like, I need to know by August 1st what you want to be, so that I have plenty of time to source the materials, because I try to thrift the materials if possible, or search my own stash. And she told me in the beginning of October what she wanted to do. So I told her, I was like, I would try and make it if I can, but those other 2 costumes kind of took all my time, so I was not able to make her a costume. So she still wanted to go trick-or-treating and go into the trunk, so she is wearing the owl costume that I made my oldest daughter about 2 years ago. I'll show a picture of her wearing the costume. It fits wonderfully. She looks great on her. And I'll post down below in the description box the link to that video. It is the same cape pattern that I used for my oldest daughter's current costume. So you'll get more information on that pattern as well. And then you can't see too well, might take a better picture of the face, of the felt face of the owl that I created. So that costume is getting a lot of wear, which is great. And that's also why I like making costumes for them, because they do wear them more than once, and we get to share the wealth. So that will be it for me today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful Halloween if you celebrate. Oh, don't eat too much candy or you get a tummy ache. I know I'm trying not to eat too much candy, but it's hard. It's hard because my girls are picky about what candy they eat, so we have a lot of leftovers, and I definitely want to eat them. But I'm going to try my darndest. So please like and comment on this video. Let me know if you are dressing up for Halloween, or if your children are, and if you make their costumes. Also, do you think what age cutoff do you think for trick-or-treating? Because my girls are 18 right now, and they love trick-or-treating. And to be honest with you, I do like that they go trick-or-treating, because I want them to wear their costumes that I work so hard for, and I want everyone to see them. So that's why I take them trick-or-treating. I do go with them, just to, walk around the neighborhood, get some exercise. Also, it's beautiful out. Right now, it's like 80 degrees in the Carolinas. So it is a beautiful day. So I hope where you are, it is also beautiful weather. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. If you want to see more of my creations, if you want to know what's going on in my sewing room, I plan on doing an update video soon. So be on the lookout for that. So thank you for spending time with me. I hope where you are, the sun is shining. I hope your family is healthy. And I hope you have time to be creative every day, even if it's just for a little. Thank you for joining me today. See you soon. Bye.